Happy Saturday to everybody out there in YouTube land. This is the tech tip I've been waiting to do. I'm sorry it's taken a little bit longer than I wanted to. I know it was supposed to be last weekend, but here we are nonetheless. So this is a tech tip to get a vintage style trem, to get it to float, as well as do the trick to get it, do the tuning to where you can get it, where you can tune it with the tremolo bar and not have to touch the tuning pegs. And we'll show it all with that. So with the Vintage Trem, what's cool about this is, like I've explained it at a previous video, you can deck it, you can have it just dive forward, or you can have it floating, you know, back and forth. And the trick with doing that is it's all physics. So, you know, pull, string length, pull, and all that fun stuff. So it's all physics. So you want to know, all right, so with this, I'm doing, it's pull, length, and tension. So my normal gauges are 10 to 46. And with this particular what I'm doing, I have drop D flat or drop C sharp, whichever have you, and whichever your tuner wants to read it as. So because with having the saddles that I like, you know, the roller saddles, I really wanted to, as well as the string trees, I wanted to have it floating because I'm a Floyd Rose kind of guy. But you'll see after this why I'm now probably going to not use Floyds anymore and strictly stick with the excuse me, with the vintage style trems. If not even I'll even get the two pivot trems as well. So just like even with the Floyd Rose, same style setup, you want to back up the springs in the back. So, you know, like a normal, how the cavity plate works in the back, you know, you flip it over, you know, and you'll have a little picture popping up to the right over here. And you'll see that the springs, instead of it being equal, like how you would normally have on a Floyd Rose, you will have it, let me see how that, okay. It's hard to do this while I'm holding the phone as well. So because the bass strings have more pull and tension on it, you're actually going to have the claw like this, as you can tell in the picture up here. That's where I'm going to have it up over here. So, and depending how spongy, is what I call it, how spongy you want your trem bar to feel, the common practices, you want it to go a minor third. Yeah, a minor third, so a step and a half is what the quote unquote standard is. It pretty much goes with how you feel comfortable and how you want the trem to float. But I mean, you want it to sit flush with here, let me give you another. I'll put pictures up here and all that, but you see how, bear with me here, but you see how it's flush to an extent, like to the pick guard. I'll post the picture, you can see it, but that's how you want it, basically, because especially with it's easier to see with these with the 3mm pick guards because it's a lot thicker. So let me get, that's what she said. So you can actually get it like at the top part is a good guide. So once you get up there, you know, you'll have it pulled up. Like I said, I'll post like the I'll post the spring claw over here, and then the bottom left over here I'll post where I'll put up the picture of how how flush you should have the bridge. And what's cool about this too is how the body will sit. You can go from drop D flat or drop D to standard as well, because I've tested this out. So digressing, once you have it and you really start testing it out and all that, then you play around with it, test the tuning a little bit more. And here's the fun part. This is what I've been really wanting to show everybody, because when I found this out, I was like, wait, what? I didn't know about this. So, all right, here's the fun part. So we turn on the tuner, and let's say, all right, where is it? All right, it's actually got to be out of tune. All right, there we go. So we have the C sharp, right? So we want to tune it up. That's how you do it. You want to how you tune the guitar is you pull the tremolo bar. You pull the bar upwards if it's flat to tune it up, and if it's sharp, you bend it. See? And that, my friends, is how you fix and set up, maintain a vintage tremolo for Strat style bodies. It doesn't even have to be Strat style. They can put this on a Telly style, Jackson Kelly's, Explorers V's and all that. But the resonation on these things and the sustain, I was baffled. It doesn't even have a brass block in it. And putting the saddles, the rollerblade, feels like a rollerblade, the roller saddles, like you can see it doesn't even put any stress on the, there's no stress, and it goes right back. And even up here, just real simplistic. Oh yeah, and here's another thing too, because my apologies, it kind of skipped on me there for a second. So a trick for, this is my stock Vayper whammy bar. That's the one that came with the rollerblade bridge. So, because most of the time bars, when you put them in this, they usually have a little bit of slack and all that. I've seen people use plumber's tape and all that. I kind of have my own little system that I do. So instead of buying these little things that Fender sells and all that, like, hey, buy a bunch of these springs and all that for $15, use your old saddles, the old saddle springs and all that. You put it inside the the whammy bar hole. That gives it enough spacing to where it would give it where the slack would be. Now you also added a resonation / sustain piece in there. Then instead of using plumber's tape, you use painter gaffing tape. Just put a little bit, as you can see. I've used it on there. And then here's the end result. And then you could even do the trills like, and that, my friends, is how I went from being a Floyd guy to being old school Van Halen status. And all I really did was replace the standard stock springs, which are pretty spongy, with FU Tones noiseless springs that are the CC DeVille green ones, like you guys have seen in multiple videos of mine and pictures, which are the light green ones, and they just have a little bit more thickness, so I have to put just a little bit more elbow grease on mine. So I would have gotten the minor third, drop to which would have been close to the pick guard, but I got just a little bit more tension on that, which helps with tuning stability, blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. So, but yeah, I highly recommend, obviously, Vayper guitars, because the majority of my videos are brought to you by Vayper guitars, as I play Vayper guitars. I love Vayper guitars, and wait till you guys hear the single I'm about to drop. So, all right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, by all means, please ask away. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Take care. Stay safe. Have fun.